Good afternoon, Internet. I'm your host, HazelPlace89. Welcome back to City Skylines 1. We're in Orden's Fen again today. And as you can see, we're at our nice, beautiful little bridge here, kind of at the northern entrance of our city. But let's take a look here and see what we've got going on. We have this beautiful little island here. It kind of looks like a cat or something. I don't know. Off camera, what I've done is I named it. Jumping around. I named it Fancy Island. It's kind of like a hint of what we're going to be doing today. We're going to make this a fancy island. So, with all that said, welcome to the episode. Let me show you what also I did. Earlier today, I came and I added a swimming pool to our hotel area. It looks kind of funny just chilling by itself. I might move it over here probably, perhaps. Well, I feel like that's kind of a thing for another time. But let's come back over to this let's come to Fancy Island. We're gonna plan out what we have in store. I want to first of all level the terrain. Let's do a modest brush size, about 130. We're gonna right click this height. And we're going to just basically, I'm going to flatten out the whole, like most of the island actually, because I want to make it a nice pad to build on. I'm going to make, this is going to be like a fancy neighborhood type island, like a special, the citizens that live on this island are going to be more affluent, if that makes sense. Talking super fancy houses. I've got the policy set for this or not the policy, but the district styling set to mid-century modern for this island here. And it's funny because it's on like oil beds. It's on like this, what the texture is, it's oil, so that would make a ton of sense actually. So we're gonna soften the edges of what we've got going on now just a little ways. This all the way around our edge here, and I think what we'll do is just kind of do that as well. All right, so I think what we can do first of all, let's go ahead, let's grab a 4-lane, I think, but we want it to be like a fancy 4-lane, or this might be a little too like wide for the area, so we might just keep it like the thinner 4-lane that we have. So I think that's a better idea actually. Yeah, let's find it. I could probably use the I don't have the eyedropper tool, so never mind. Here we are. We're gonna just do something like this, then I'm gonna kind of follow the northern edge of our situation that we have going on. I also like the idea of finding a way to connect it over here, I think. So let's pull this back a little bit. We're gonna come like so. Let's do this, yeah. Grab that, and then we'll just grab our simple curve like so, line up with our guidelines, and then have that going for us. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to bring this back just so we can get the terrain heights like we want it. Leveling tool, right click, let's do about right here, and then we can do something like that. Yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to go up 3 meters, I believe. Let's do just a little bridge, something like that. That'll be fine. And then we're gonna just do straight down like this. Go to 10 for that. And then I think we'll just do down 10 for that. Then we could probably just make this a nice simple curve connection. I think that'll work. Yeah, that's fine by me. We'll probably draw this connection up somewhere right in here. So what we'll do for this side, Let's grab a slope tool, grab this height, grab that height right here, and then we're just gonna slopeify that. Looks like we're on a double slope as well, so this could get interesting, but I think we'll be fine. After the fact, what we can do is definitely use some of our modding tools to make the slope look really nice. I'm gonna grab this. We're just gonna let's put her about right there. That should be fine. Let's check the slope as well. That's not too bad actually, so that's good. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna finish out our terraforming that we've done and just kind of slope the area. What we've got, we've added the I wanted to make sure that we didn't kind of encroach upon our, what's it called, our forestry area. So we have not done that, which is always good. And we can hide some of this with tree brush eventually. So we have this. This is nice. What we'll do is I'm going to come back in with some fancier roads and just kind of outline the island, and then we'll just get some people living and potentially have like a park, some nice parks and things like that. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's grab our, we want, which tree? Let's get this road right here. We're gonna use that road tool. Let's get our terrain height back on. And I'm going to do this. Ooh, turn on all of our zoning. But I want to turn off our snap twos. And just kind of, I'm gonna do my best to follow the terrain. A little like this. Come down pretty decent way, and then we'll just connect back up like so. And then I think what we'll do is we can also go on this other side here. And I'm thinking this is going to be just like I was saying, it's going to be more fancy of a neighborhood. So that's what we have going for us, which is kind of nice. I'm a fan. I'm not sure if I want to maximize zoning or what, but what we could do is just come off here and just draw in some roads like this to kind of do fun things. Let's get a simple curve in here. Let's turn on road guidelines actually. Like so. Oh, I don't mind that. That's kind of nice. And then I think what we'll do is we can grab our freeform tool. And we can just add some connections every so often. Something like that. But also what we want to do is I'm going to come down here. We're going to, let's get a little cul-de-sac roundabout built down this way. So here's what we'll do. We'll turn on our straight road tool. Let's do, I need to turn on all of it probably. Let's turn on all of them except maybe grid lines. Let's do a 5 unit. Shall not work. So I'm going to make a small 4 wide unit roundabout. Hopefully we could probably turn on anarchy to get this to work. Yeah. And now we will just put her right there. Alright, so let's remove all of that foolishness. Let's grab this and let's see about smoothing Actually, let's kind of do that, and then we will smooth like so. All right, so we have that. That's nice, and now we can upgrade. Find our roads. It's this one. Upgrade. All right, so there we have it. Some nice roads. Let's come over here. We're gonna make sure that our district covers the whole island, and it does. That's good. So we have Fancy Island, which is nice. And now, what we could definitely do, get some water and power. I'm considering pulling in a couple more mods because I'm kind of getting annoyed by having to draw power lines and ruining how pretty the city looks, to be honest. I'm thinking about 81 tiles just for the, not to unlock everything, but to have power going without having to use power lines. So if that's something that y'all would be okay with, let me know. And we can get that going. So, yeah, this is the most riveting content that you'll ever see on YouTube, to be honest. just chilling. I am considering starting some new games on the channel. Some racing games. Maybe a couple of other city builders as well. More like colony sim type city builders. There are a few that I have in my Steam library that I think would be fun to bring into the fold. And you know what? I think I just want to... I know that we want to put these pipes under the road right where they belong, but I'm getting impatient. We'll do our best to stay patient. But yeah, I'm thinking about, there's a game called Among the Storm or Against the Storm. I forgot. I played it a little bit in my own time, and it's a really fun concept. And I think it would be a fun thing. It would be fun for the channel. So I might bring that on the schedule as well. We're almost done with our water, and we are. All right, grand. Speaking of water, we want to get some water pumps going. So let's bring in this right here and connect it up like so. Well, like so. We are. All right. And then I think a water outflow pipe would be in order somewhere. We don't have a water outflow pipe, so never mind. We probably do actually need to get some water treatment. So let's place one right there. Like so. What is our power situation? Our power's fine. So there's that. Ooh, I hit something. Alright. So this down here is a little close. So we're going to just kind of sneak it out ever so slightly, but not too much. Not too much. And then I think it should be fine. I don't think we necessarily need to soften it any more than it already is. So I think we're good. But what we could do is I'm going to come in right here. And we're going to place some shop type buildings. Like so. Right there. Turn off anarchy. And we'll get that. And then we will start drawing in some of these homes. So let's grab on this and like so. And these will be some interesting shapes. This island is going to be a fun little project, as it were, because of how unique the lot sizes are, which is nice. Because I don't want everything to be totally gridded, but I do want it to look special and unique, especially since this area is I'm going for more of a fancy look Like, I like this. All this over here looks really nice, but I think this will be a good time as well. So what can we do to get people to start moving in? We could grab ourselves some parks and whatnot. Let's grab some parks and whatnot. I think everybody loves the dog park. So what we can do, I'm gonna place a dog park right there actually. That seems like a good idea. And then we can kind of peel back some of our zoning. We have that going for us, which is nice. I think what we also would need to consider doing is somehow working on city services over here. We'll have to see how that goes. But for now, what we actually need to do is get water, or well, not water, because we have water. We need to get our power situation sorted. So hopefully this, what I'm doing now, these egregious power lines will be kind of a temporary solution. So there's that. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna grab our tree brush. We're gonna choose Boreal, and then I'm just gonna hide some of the ugliness of the of that. And speaking of trees, I need to draw connections on the other side actually. So let's do that. We're gonna remove some zoning, which is okay. They'll be fine. They'll grow back. It's fine. We'll do that. So now we have full connectivity to this whole area, which is delightful. We probably could do some smaller commercials, something like that, down here, which will be nice. And now some more mid-century modern zoned style buildings. So it's packed. It is. I understand. I get that. But also, it'll look really nice. I like these assets. They do kind of bring in the whole super fancy vibe that I'm going for. And I think that'll work. What we could do is, this is a little square here where the shapes are weird. We could definitely bring in some small parks. We could tiny park right here. Let's let that be something. What could we put here? Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Love it. Love it. And we have this down here, which will be another fun area for zoning. So yeah, we have that. We're gonna let that come in. This is all gonna look really great as it kind of does its thing. This will bridge once they reach over here, which is totally fine. I'm cool with that. So yeah, let's let that grow in. Let's come over to Gregory Farmlands. We're gonna add a few more farm assets to our farmland because we need it. So we go here. Let's grab some of these medium crop fields. Grab a few of those. What do we want them to be? I think we want them to be corn. Let's get some corn for production in our city. That'll be fine. And then I think what we want to do is get maybe some silos down here as well. We could add, let's get a small barn actually. Let's get a small barn down here. Then we can put some silos directly next to it. Some storage. That's grand. Delightful. I love it. So we have that, which is a good idea. Furthermore, we could also place some zoning down here. And hopefully, I think we've got our district stretching. We do. Perfect. We'll just go ahead and zone in some of that right there. And that'll be fine. Continue with our zoning. And there we have it. All right, as these come in, what I want to do, we're going to make our brush a little larger. And this is going to be just a nice, thickly forested area for our fancy citizens. Cat Island. Love it. If y'all have any suggestions for names for Fancy Island, let me know down in the comment section below. And then I'll find one that I like most, and I will update the name. But I do like how it looks like a cat kind of laying down on its side. It kind of makes me laugh. Alright, so there's that. We have a nice forest. Fancy forest land. I wish that we could get like a slightly... Hey, look at this. Park piers. We got park chessboards for our park area over here, which is nice. And speaking of park piers, I kind of want to, before we end the episode off today, we're going to come back over to Chester Meadows and we're going to do some things to it. But before we do that, let's come over here. We're going to just continue zoning out this area. Get some nice kind of fun shapes for our zoning patterns. And you know what? I'm really liking the way that this is looking. Now, can we all agree though that this was a good idea? And it's going to look funky if you zoom in and see palm trees in the middle of a pine forest, but hey, it is what it is. I'm fine with it. It brings character. So before we move on, or before we finish out the episode, let's come back over to Chester Meadows. We want this to be, and I think I said the last episode that I didn't want it to be too crazy, but I want it to be attractive as well. So what we could do, we have that. I love that area so much. Let's go ahead. We're gonna remove this, and I think what we will do is come to our park things right here. Let's see, where's this park pier? Let's put a park pier down. Should have a nice little park coming on, or little thing people can go chill in the water. So let's grab our freeform road tool, turn off all of our snap tools except angle, and we will do that. So we've got connectivity. Now we're going to have to use our power lines in the middle of the park to do that. And then I think what we can do is worry about fencing it in. I don't want to do that after we get power jumped, but we can go ahead and do it now. That's fine. Our park fence, click that. Do we have... Okay, we do have that. I'm going to come in at kind of an angle. This and do that. All right, now we've got our park kind of resituated, our park fence, and we have that, which is nice. Fancy Island. I really am liking the way that this is coming out. So yeah, we can bring some kind of larger lot sizes down here, kind of right behind where our commercial row is. Yeah. And then I think we'll leave it at that. I don't think we'll put zoning on the side looking out to the water. I think we'll let the people enjoy those views. So yeah, this is fantastic. I'm enjoying this a lot. So there we are. We have Cat Island. Fancy Island. Fancy schmancy. Well, friends, I know this is a shorter episode today, but I want to thank you all so much for joining me as we build out Fancy Island. Again, if you have name suggestions, leave them in the comment section below and I will take a look. Thank you for your likes, for your comments, for your subscribes. They all mean a ton. They all help out a lot with engagement, with helping the channel reach. Feel free to share the videos with your friends. That definitely helps as well. But with all that being said, thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye-bye.